guys, it's coffee time. And, sorry, I thought I saw a person outside the window and I was like, hello! I just got done with a shoot, so I've got a wig on. And that's about all I have to say about that. Well, see, the thing is, and I know I've explained this before, but the thing is when you have been wearing a wig all day, you have two options. You have to assess, how itchy is my head right now? If your answer is, on a scale of 1 to 10, above 5, you should probably take off the wig. If the itchy factor is below a 5, and you can stand it, you should probably keep the wig on, because the second you take the wig off... In fact, at the end of this show, I will take the wig off and I will show you how your hair looks afterward, because it's fantastic. I got to help Ro put on her first wig the other day. I was really excited, because I've never had weave in my hair, and she uses weave all the time, and she had never had a wig on her head, so I helped her put on a wig because she needed it for a shoot. In fact, this wig. Weird. And so I got to help her put on a wig. It was very fun. Someday I'll have to put in weave. I'll have to have her help me put in weave. But yes, good times with wigs. If I forget to take this wig off, I am so sorry. We have unfinished business, you and I, viewers. I said that whoever came up with the best sport got this mug, whether you wanted it or not. So I chose the winner and then totally forgot to tell you guys about it. So my favorite, well, not my favorite, there were so many funny ones, but the one that just made me like giggle every time I read it was by Namaztak, Namaztak, 5 days ago, who wrote, Beastly Shenanigans. Bears wielding swordfish with chainsaw beaks, or whatever they're actually called for fish, fencing on a rolling log in the middle of an artificial river full of piranha inside a stadium with a crowd of hungry dinosaurs that then fight to the death to see who gets to eat the winner of said sword fight. One lucky human spectator wins a chance to tame the final winning beast to take home as a pet. Beautiful. Sparkles, golden, diamonds, everything. I love it. It just makes... I imagine it and it's just like... It seems like a surrealist painting that I'm sure I've seen before. It's just so funny. So, yeah, if you want this, go ahead and send me a message. On Press Heart to Continue, not on Dex Bonus, because my messages on Dex Bonus don't work very well. Yes. Good times. I dyed my pants yesterday. Flex, 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 flex. So excited about it. I'm wearing them right now. They look very awesome. I would just be like, look at my pants, but that would be really weird. Like, behold! But they're a nice green color now. The project that Erin Lee and I are gonna do, I mixed up all the dye, and I need dye for that project. So I was like, well, I should do a test, just to make sure. And so I did a test, and it worked out really well. And I don't think I've told you guys what the project is, but I needed something to draw on. I needed something to draw for the project, and so I wasn't sure what to draw, and I was talking to Allie at the time, and I was like, what should I draw, Allie? And she was like, an owl! So I told her if it turned out good, then I would send it to her. And it turned out good, so whenever I do that DIY, if you guys are interested in me doing a DIY, even if you're not, I'll probably do it anyway, but whenever I do that DIY, I will show you pictures of my test one, because it turned out really awesome, super excited. Yes, I'm just super glad that I can wear these pants again, because it was so depressing having it in my closet and being like, can't actually wear you because you got a coffee stain on the crotch and it's super attractive. So now the stain is gone, and life can continue as normal. Ro and I realized, okay, so, you know when you're playing a video game, and you have that moment in the game where you're like, man, this isn't going anywhere, I really need to just, like, reset, right? And then you either reset, or you exit out of the game and then enter back into your load game, whatever you want to do, to get like, a do-over. So, Ro and I went to dinner tonight, and I think to myself when playing video games all the time, man, if only I had a do-over, if only I had a reset button, right? If only I could autosave. Not autosave, but quick load, quick save, whatever. And so Ro and I were going to dinner, and we passed by a parking spot, and she was like, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, and we went around the block, and she was like, we pressed reset. It's totally fine. So we had like the exact same conversation we were having the first time. We pretended that it never happened. Never happened. We never went by that parking spot. And then we were like, oh, look, a parking spot! And just parked right in it. And then we were like, oh man, yeah, we pressed the reset button. Then we went into the establishment of food eating, and the lady was like, would you like to eat inside or outside? Which is always a hard question. In LA, it's a hard question. In Oregon, you always say inside. But we were like, oh, let's eat inside, because outside there was a little bit of a breeze, and inside it felt good. The second we sat down and the lady walked away, Rose started getting goosebumps, and I was like, a little bit chilly. We're like, man, it's suddenly colder. And so we checked outside, and it felt warmer outside all of a sudden. So then the waitress came over, and we were like, hey, can we sit outside instead, maybe? She was like, sure. And we sat down, and Ro leans over, like, really conspiratorially, and was like, we pressed the reset button. And then we fist bumped. It was awesome. We just felt so cool. We're like, you can trick yourself into feeling like you have a reset button. It doesn't apply, it never works for like super serious things at all. But for things like, oh, I missed that parking spot, you can pretend, oh, we got a do-over. Totally fine. Totally fine. So yeah, overall, had a fun day. Was at a shoot forever. And now I'm wearing a wig. The itch factor is going up though. The longer I sit, I think. When I'm on the go, I don't notice it. But now that I've sat down and talked for a while, my head's starting to tingle. Starting to tingle a little bit. Wigs are itchy. Wigs be itchy. Yes. Yeah! So you wanna see what it looks like when you take the wig off? I was gonna go to the mirror and do this, but I might as well just like do it. Do I have a... Yeah. Okay. So, let's take that out. Take the hat off, and the wig, and the little hairnet. And there it is. There's your hair after a day of wigging. Oh, itchy ears. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah! Fantastic. Those of you who love wigs, but don't like having to buy the wig caps, what I do... I don't know how many of you this applies to, but I don't care. So when you go and buy wigs, they always make you buy really expensive wig caps, and it's silly. You can only buy like a couple of them, and then you're like, man, I'm spending a lot of money. Never fear, because, you know what's a cheaper thing to do? Knee highs. They totally work. My friends were like, that's never gonna work. It totally does. They come out like, hold on. They come out super thin like this because they're supposed to go on your leg, not on your head. You just stretch out this part. Just stretch it out a lot. And then just... forehead first. Just do this. And then just wrap all of your hair into it. And then take the tail and just tuck it in the back. Yeah. And you're gold. You're gold. Wig cap. So much cheaper. So much cheaper. Yes. So, that's my life today. Talking about wigs. I love wigs, though. They're so fantastical. But yeah. So I'm gonna go. But I hope that you guys had a good day. And I will talk to you again tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye.